Hey YouTube, coming at you with another open Ultra League team. Shadow FERALIGATR, Shadow Drapion, and Armored Mewtwo. For those of you who've been around this channel for a while, know that like once a season, maybe once every 2 seasons, I use Armored Mewtwo. It's kind of fun. Very rare to have. Slow charging, and much worse this season, just because you have like Belly Bolt with Sucker Punch. You got all these bugs buffed, and Bug does super effective against Psychic as well. So a ghost is prevalent, like all the Astonish users got buffed. So it's just like, ooh, okay, so not great in this meta. Paired it with FERALIGATR Drapion, two of just these safe spammy Pokemon. So I actually started with those two, and then I'm like, I'm a little glassy here. I need some bulk. Put in Armored Mewtwo. Let's take a look at the battles. So good lead. Claws are super effective against them. End up CMP tying here, which is fine, knowing that I'm going to outpace to the rest of the move. Actually, I would have outpaced to this one, but I just kind of held it back until we get to the move here. So there we go. I'm going to probably throw a raid on 8 here. 8 versus 9. Get to the move first. Put some pressure on that second shield or take them out here. They do shield, and then they don't even fast move. So I basically just got a full extra fast move there. And they eventually get into FERALIGATR. So all you're seeing there is me figuring out what the heck do I do here. Mirror match, resisted Hydros, or come Drapion. But 2 Hydros are going to take me out here. As long as I get 1 crunch off, that's okay. Mewtwo would have taken super effective from the Shadow Claw. So here comes the next Hydra as this thing was loaded. Because I was just kind of too slow. Then I'm like, okay, let's just get this out. I'm almost at 2. Sorry, I'm exhausted. Can't. I'm too old. Too old to go out now. Anyways, in the back, it is Armored Mewtwo against Primarina. Charm user versus a Confusion user. But I do get to that Side Strike, and that does a lot of damage. And oh no, a Hydro Cannon's coming my way. It's freaking Armored Mewtwo. Does not care at all. Golurk comes in, does eventually take me out here with the super effective Shadow Punch. But the damage is done. Come in here, claw down, come out with a Hydro for the win. So basically you're almost always just kind of letting Mewtwo absorb damage here and just kind of running with the other 2 spammy Pokemon. Overall good lead if they have Bullet Punch, which they do. Bullet Punch as a steel move is resisted on the water. They are not even faking that they're going to go for Trailblaze. They are throwing right at 5 fast moves, which means that it's just a Night Slash, which means I live, which is why I let it go. You don't want them to double boost a Night Slash, and then you're in trouble. Knowing I was going to lose CMP, I just went for the extra fast move there. Scizor, much higher attack than FERALIGATR, so it's going to win CMP. I'm going to overfarm a little bit. And now I'm going to have a decision to make here. So I'm going to lose CMP here. So it's either I shield, get the move off, and take switch, and even both just shields down, or what I did here is I let it go, and then came in here. I tried that one move, that kind of trick, which seemed to work. Did not get the 1-turn leg coming in there, and as an Obstagoon in the back. So I was like, this is kind of tricky. Confusion, double resisted, but a double super effective dynamic punch. So it's kind of a weird one here. So once I chip, I'm like, okay, now they're dumping energy. Now I'll get into the Mewtwo. A little slow, especially with Night Slash being super effective. Counter being resisted too. But dynamic punch is double super effective. It is super effective on the dark. It is super effective on the normal typing. Why did I overfarm and why aren't they throwing? Great questions for both. No idea. There's your dynamic punch. Takes it out. Skeldurge comes in. Here comes the Side Strike. Again, this is an Armored Mewtwo, so the attack stat is much, much lower, which means these Confusions and Side Strikes are not doing as much as you think they would, but you can definitely take more. But very easily just take out Drapion. Skeldurge here. Sorry, I'm doing this video later than normal after a night of going out before. I just haven't caught up on sleep. Galarian Weezing. Winning CMP here, which is nice. I totally forgot that this thing has like access to a good sludge move now. Because I was just like, oh yeah, it's just non-stab brutal swing. But no, that was a nice hard-hitting sludge. And, oh yeah, this thing spams quicker than 5-5. It goes 5-4. So that's unfortunate. In the back, so I I aligned with Mewtwo, and they instant swapped into Belly Bolt. Belly Bolt, super effective sucker punches. So coming into Drapion, where the sucker punch is resisted at least. But yeah, this thing is bulky and spammy, so it's a bad combo for me. Gonna shield, but at this point they've just boosted their defense ×2, so even if I land this crunch, it will not take out. So do get the defense fall, do get to the Aqua Tail, get it off here. Switch timers are definitely desynced now, so I'll probably instant swap. Yeah, as you can see, I'm just trying to instant swap right now. What's in the back? It is a Credilli. Dynamic Punch, again, super effective. They probably shield anyways, just to lower my attack, as pretty much all of them do. I'm going to just shield one up. I expect this to be the hardest hitting move that I'm going to see. So get to Dynamic Punch, super effective. Again, non-stab, armored Mewtwo. Doesn't put up a ton. Quest Credilli, depending on how XL it is, can definitely take some moves. But so can I. So take that Rock Tomb with these. Gonna instant swap. They get into their Weezing. I will Aqua Tail chip here. And I'm going to have to get to another one here. And I do. Just the spam of these Pokemon. With take it out. Oh no, 1 HP, which actually may be better because now I just get a full confusion through. Unless they get to a brutal swing here. The dreaded 4 versus 2 turn fast move. And unfortunately that 2 turn fast move, allowing them to get a fast move and a charge move off before my confusion registers to take them out. Ending up in a loss there. We had a Galarian Lead. They got out into Gudra. I'm staying in and going for Ice Beam, and that lands. And then just instant swap, catching the charge move. Again, just trying to take as much charge moves as I can. I know many Pokemon people will be like, I don't have an armoured Mewtwo. What can I use? Literally any other bulky Pokemon that covers... Any other bulky Pokemon that you can just absorb damage on. And yeah, it does not need to be Psychic at all. Like, it's not like a Psychic is covering a weakness. If you want to do a bulky Pokemon that maybe covers like grass or electric weakness or something, like, you can do that. So getting to the Side Strike, do grab a shield, instant swap into FERALIGATR. They're going to get to a move. I'm going to shield that Hydro. Still would chip a ton. And out comes the Cobalion, but I do have a Hydro loaded already, so we're going to start putting some pressure on this opponent here. And right away, they shield. So I'm shielding back. I want to try and get off a Hydro here. What's the switch clock at? It's mostly just because like Mewtwo's down already, and then just Poison Sting's resisted, and I can only go Aqua Tail. So I really just needed to chip this. There was just no option. Like, I needed to put this within Aqua Tail range. I could take one move, but if you don't have to, then I don't think there's a reason to. So getting off that Aqua Tail, this will take out. How much of the FERALIGATR is left? Not much. There it goes. Another Cobalion. We will play this lead out unless they get out. But it looks like they're staying in this time. Throwing on 10 versus 12. Again, the ideal optimization is 14 versus 15. But, you know, 10 versus 12 is not something we're fretting about over here. As they get to the charge move. So I think they maybe would have got to the charge move anyways. I forget what the counts are in Cobalion. I have not played with this Pokemon in a long time. But I do get to the Hydro Cannon here after over farming. They do let it go. Dusknoir in the back. So this is very nice because one, this will likely grab a shield or do an insane amount. Okay, not that insane. Oh, it's a non-shadow. I thought, yeah. Non-shadow Death Noir. At least I can align here with my Dark as opposed to my Ghost. Sorry, not Ghost. Psychic. Take the move. What's in the back? Belly Bolt with Sucker Punch. So, I mentioned this again. I don't know how I come back from this one. I think the short answer is I can't come back from this one. But I have mentioned this multiple times in the Open Great League about that psychic typing. In particular, I called out Claydol a lot on it. Psychic is weak to Ghost. It is weak to Dark. And it is weak to Bug. And holy crap, is there a lot of those three in this meta right now. So, unfortunately, Psychic typing is just not great. Honestly, it's probably next on the list to be buffed. If I'm being honest here. Poison, Bug, Steel, all needed a buff. Electric, Fire, all needed a buff. And they've kind of all gotten buffs. I think Psychic is the next one. I think Psychic is the next typing that needs some help here. Just because of how prevalent Dark, Ghost, and Bug are. Like, you need some better moves. I know it has Psywave, and there's some Psywave users, but some of the Psywave users are now just like Lapras. Like, Malamar's kind of disappeared because of all the Bug, right? Because Malamar's double weak to Bug. Anyways. Primeape Lead, Shadow Primeape Lead at that. So this thing could just Rage Fist and ramp its way through this, which I think it probably will do. I wouldn't be surprised if I start seeing shield all over the place here from this thing. Yeah. When you see a Pokemon like that, Shadow Primeape, Shadow Nihilape, Shadow Girafarig, where these Pokemon are just like sort of better when you can like ramp up into shield. Shadow Marowak on the safe swap. You should immediately be thinking like, my opponent's gonna like over shield this Pokemon here. So do end up eventually taking it out. I have energy for the Scizor, which they do shield. So I'm going to come in right here. And although moves would have been resisted, I think I would have had to throw like maybe shield because these are adding up. Lucky for me, talk about that Psywave user. Unfortunately for them, I am Dark. Dark double resisting. Poison taken super effective, so net neutral. Not net single resisted. Did get the defense. I think I got the defense fall twice, which was kind of funny here because that was lowered. I got the defense fall once, and there it is for the second time. I do need to commit the second shield, but because I was over farming on purpose. They do try and snipe me. Trailblaze is resisted though. Get to the crunch, and then go straight back with the Aqua Tail. Because this thing is very, very spam. Did I get the defense fall again? Did I just get 3 straight defense falls with crunch? Crazy. And then Psywave is obviously resisted on Mewtwo. Galarian Moltres. I think you just kind of have to play this out, right? Yes, Claw's resisted. You have an Ice Beam, which I'm going to and will fake. Because even if they let this go, it's just a 2 Hydro. Not easy take out, but 2 Hydros to take this out. I'm throwing here, showing that I'm not faking it because they are counting and they're going to throw before I get to the Ice Beam. So I'd rather just honestly just show you that I'm going Hydro and chip you, having already grabbed a shield there. So I come in here. Yeah, I'll respect the Flyer, the Brave Bird. And is this the one where we CMP because I'm just an idiot? Yep, sure is. How do you lose a matchup that should be a lot closer when you are at the move and you want to overfarm, but you're not counting? You overfarm to a CMP. Como, Nidoqueen. All right, did I even lose this matchup? Because I remember this backline. The best freaking backline you can see, both weak to Psychic, do land the Confusion. I'm shielding this because my initial thought was like Earth Power is going to be the hardest thing I see. I did forget that this thing had a community day where it got Clanging Scales. But that is okay. It's an Armored Mewtwo. I live. Get to the side strike, and I saw their defense fall. I guess is that part of clanging skills? Defense fall. But either way, just come and snipe with the crunch. So 2 Pokemon in the back, double weak to psych, both weak to psychic. A lifesaver on that one. Steelix. So the sort of weakness about this team, yes, like you're spamming so fast on Drapion, it doesn't matter too much. Poison Sting and Confusion are both resisted by Steel, so that can cause you a bit of trouble there. I'm also reading, not that it matters too much, but I am reading Dragon Tail on Steelix, because the only way it's not, like, if you were Thunderfang, I don't know why you'd leave the FERALIGATR matchup. Unless you have like an ABB style team where you're really just trying to draw out an electric here or something, or an ice. Yeah, maybe you're double flyer and you're trying to draw out an electric Pokemon and then beat it with Steelix, but you'd still be better as a oh, you are trying to draw out an electric. It's a Golisopod. Yep, Golisopod and Galarian Moltres, both weak to electric. Galarian, not Galarian Stunfisk. It used to be Galarian Stunfisk, but it is a Steelix on the lead. Very much resists the electric, so you probably try and draw out an electric Pokemon with one of those two, and then beat it with Steelix, and then go from there. But unfortunately for me, that's just ain't happening. Golisopod's too spammy, has a good matchup against FERALIGATR, so this game's over. I think there's maybe one more, which is 1 or 2 more. How many battles left? 1, 2, 1. One more left after this, which is good because I'm exhausted. It's actually pathetic how I cannot like go out at all anymore. I went out for drinks. Again, I don't drink often, so I think that probably hurt me a little bit. But man, I'm still just feeling it the next day. Okay, down we go. Okay, mirror match. With the mirror match, I always try to see who's going to win CMP. The problem is, let's say I'm going to lose CMP here. It honestly does not matter. One, because one Hydro is not going to take out from this range. It'll leave us both with like a couple HP. But two, it's not like I can catch anywhere. You don't really want to catch a Hydro on a Shadow Drapion. That would do a ton of damage. And at the same time, you don't want to catch on Mewtwo. It would still chip, and then you have a super effective Claw. So they actually end up letting it go. So I'm going to shield and take Switch for the Zapdos. Let's see if I instant swap here and not get farmed down. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. Coming into Mewtwo where I can just absorb this charge move, but not wanting to just let them get 3 to 4 Thunder Shocks and then just come out loaded with energy. So come in here, they make a nice catch on Reggie. I mean, 4 turn moves are quite easy to catch on. Are easier to catch on, but I think there's a reason I'm still in the 2500, and it is because I think I'm just playing, on top of just like maybe not understanding the metas, I am not playing well right now. I think in the last 3 videos I did that were my teams, I probably got caught on no short than like 8 or 9 times. And it's just like, if you're being that obvious with a basic thing like timing, a fast move, like timing, and again they were in positions where it's easier to catch, like they were just kind of set up for that, but still, like, come on, man, you can't get cut on this many times. Luckily for me, they went Thunderbolt thinking it would maybe one shot. It did not, which allows me to now just go back-to-back Aqua Tail for the win. Registeel comes in, but I will just come with the Shadow Claw to take it out. So, yeah, Drapion FERALIGATR doing Drapion FERALIGATR things in the Ultra League. Use Mewtwo just because it's one of the Pokemon I'd like to use. But otherwise, yeah, you can just substitute another bulkier Pokemon in there, maybe cover your electric weakness from Feraligatr. I mean, grass, you have Drapion, right? So you don't really need to cover the grass weakness. It's more the electric weakness you need to cover, especially with a decent amount of electric in the meta. Anyways, that is it. Sorry for the constant yawns. Yeah, I'm old. Can't keep up this pace anymore, which I won't. I'm gonna talk about that closer to September, about what we're gonna do with this channel. It just we're cutting down on videos just because my wife is also going back to work for the first time in 4 years. So life's gonna change here, and so life's gonna have to change on YouTube. So we'll discuss that closer too. I'll do a separate video on that. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.